Probably a lot of work put into it. The pochette version, it is quite cute. It looks like Madeline's hat a little bit, but it's not my favorite. Like, I don't know if I would buy it. But the chain reminds me of those Tiffany earrings, you know, the Tiffany hardware earrings, and I really like those earrings. So it was kind of similar shade to my mini bolide. So it's kind of like if these two had a baby, it would turn into this bag. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. And yes, if you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much, guys. So today I wanted to talk about the recent Hermes runway show that I watched. And upon going on Vogue Runway and looking at the details, well, we get to see a few close-ups of the bags, and oh my gosh, you know, I'm obsessed. So let's go through some of those bags today. And guys, let me know, is there anything from this collection that you're gonna pop on your wish list, or that you like, or that you'll pop on your, you know, dream board or whatever. There are a few styles that are vintage inspired that I think you could pick up on the pre-love market as well. So first bag that I wanted to discuss is the Fonsbelle Birkin 20, and this is a new disco ball Birkin, which I thought was so cute. Obviously it's for the VVVIP clients, and this is similar to the previous little house Birkins that we saw, so the ones with all the different alligator trimming and all the little pieces, but this one is different because, well, it looks like it's in Swift leather, I think, and instead of actually placing the pieces onto the bag, it's like a little painted version. What makes this bag hilarious is definitely the cadena on it, so the little disco ball charm that they've popped on the locket. Sometimes Hermes does collectible locks like this, and well, this disco ball lock is absolutely hilarious and I really want it. I love the Birkin, but if they sold that disco ball separately, guys, I mean, that's the only thing I could probably afford. Even that will probably be a bomb to buy, but I love the disco ball. I think if you want to get this look for less, just grab your Birkin, guys, if you've got one, and just chuck a disco ball charm on it and you'll be totally on trend. But yeah, I'm loving the disco ball Birkin. I think it's hilarious. I've also noticed that there was a shoulder Birkin in backstage. I was reading an article from Purse-Bop, and they go into a lot of detail with these bags as well, so I recommend that article as well. I'll pop it down below. But they're going to reintroduce the shoulder Birkin again in what looks like a denim. I'm sure they'll release it in a few other colors as well. So when Jean-Paul Gaultier was designing at Hermes, he introduced the shoulder Birkin in 2004, and I remember seeing pictures of Victoria Beckham with it, and it was kind of like, honestly, I think my mum had a kind of dupe of the shoulder Birkin. It like, it wasn't a fake, it was like a similar looking silhouette, but I remember these East-West bags were really cool in the early 2000s, like 2004, 2005, and this East-West silhouette is definitely coming back in fashion. You know, we saw it with the Lady Dior bags, like the DeJoy, you know, just a lot of brands are doing the East-West shape. Even at Celine, all of their bags are East-West. And Hermes is hopping back on the East-West train. So they're introducing the shoulder Birkin again in denim, which is totally on trend because the last few years, I think a lot of people have been collecting denim bags, you know, from Louis Vuitton, Chanel. So I think the denim makes sense in this style. And I've tried on a shoulder Birkin before when I worked at a consignment store, and it was really heavy, guys. I don't know if I tried on a bigger size, but in leather, like Clement's leather, the shoulder Birkin is so heavy and impractical, and it's kind of one of those bags, if you wear it open like a normal Birkin. Where's my Birkin? So if you wear a Birkin open, it's fine in this shape, but in the East-West shape, it's like open, and it's quite easy for things to fall out because it's like a East-West shape, so it's longer, so you kind of have to do it up, which is quite annoying because I don't know if you guys are aware, but to close a Birkin, it is, you know, it's a bit of an ordeal. So yeah, I don't know, but I like the look of this shoulder Birkin in denim. I think Kate Moss even has a denim Birkin, which is so epic. But yeah, I don't know, it's probably not the most practical style, but I like it for the collectability aspect. Definitely, if I was more wealthy, I would buy this just for the collectability of it. But yeah, and I think in denim, it would be a lot lighter than the leather variations of the shoulder Birkin, but I guess we'll wait and see if they release the leather version of the shoulder Birkin again, or if it'll be easy to get. Like, who knows, guys. I can't imagine the shoulder Birkin being as popular as the Birkin 25 or whatever. So I was loving it on the runway, guys, when I saw a mini Plume bag, because I recently bought a mini Plume bag from a subscriber, and thank you so much, because I've been really enjoying my mini Plume bags that I was looking for a while on the pre-loved market, and mine is in black chev leather. I saw one on the runway in chev leather in a raspberry red color. It was really bright, really pigmented. It was kind of similar shade to my mini Bolide, so it's kind of like if these two had a baby, it would turn into this bag. But yeah, I just thought it was so cute, so stunning. I think there's also going to be a version in Swift leather, which is amazing. And now the Plume bag is apparently one of Hermes's most classic old bags. It was popular in the 60s, and it's come out in many different variations. On the runway, there was also a bigger Plume bag in, I think it looked like Rouge H, but I'm not exactly sure. But it was this beautiful box calf leather, and it was so lustrous and gorgeous. Could have been a size 28 or a 32 Plume, and they had it with flowers inside. I was just like, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. And it kind of triggered me to want to hunt down a vintage Plume bag in box calf, because honestly, the Plume bag does not fetch as much as a Kelly bag. Like a mini Plume does not fetch as much as a mini Kelly, that's for sure, or like a bigger Plume bag. So a lot of the Plume bags in the pre-love market, sometimes you can find them for good deals for Hermes. So yeah, I was kind of like, should I find a vintage Plume bag, because that would be totally on trend right now, and I could just throw some daisies inside and, you know, whatever, just chuck my jelly cat on the top of it or something. But I don't know, but I loved it, and I love the box calf leather variations. I think it's just so gorgeous. So yeah, the Plume bag, have a look out for it. I'm sure we'll start seeing more mini Plume bags in the next year or two coming up in the boutique, maybe on the website, similar to the mini Bolide. I've noticed it sometimes pop up on the website, so that's good to see. Next bag, guys, I noticed was the Fonsbelle bag, and I've actually seen this bag before when I was hunting for my Palonier bag. So my Palonier bag is from the 1960s, and I picked it up on Vestiaire. I took it to the Hermes bag spa, and they restored it. But there were a lot of bags in this similar silhouette. So again, it's like an east-west shape, and the Fonsbelle is another one of those bags that has this really beautiful gold clasp in the middle, and it comes in a few variations, the vintage version with like a leather strap, and I think there's a top handle one as well. Anyways, they've done a re-edition of the Fonsbelle bag this season with this chunky chain, which looks pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, I really love it. I think they've done it in like a box calf, and it looks gorgeous. Also, the side of it looks quite gusseted. The vintage ones are similar to this Palonier bag. Like, I had to really stuff it for it to have a shape, but often you'll find them really squished down and thin. So this new edition, it definitely looks more like a proper shape of a bag, and the chain kind of makes it a little bit more special. The chain reminds me of those Tiffany earrings, you know, the Tiffany hardware earrings, and I really like those earrings, so that's why I think I really like this bag. But I can imagine it's going to be a fortune. I'm sure it will be similar to like a Veru chain bag, maybe more, because it's got a lot of hardware on it, and it's going to be over 12,000 Australian dollars. I don't know, just looking at it, guys, that looks expensive to me. So if you want to be thrifty, definitely get a pre-loved, I don't know, Fonsbelle from the 1980s. I think there was a lot in the 1980s, just doing my research. A lot of them were dated from that time. You could get one in ostrich or something like that. So yeah, definitely if you're okay with vintage, you could get the look for less. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Maybe the vintage ones will go up in value too, because they've done a re-edition of it. But we'll see. I think the chain one does look better. It looks kind of cooler, and I just think that chain looks so effective. It looks so glossy. It looks very impressive. So I love it. But yeah, I don't know if it's my favorite, but I do love it. Also, they're doing the Constance Elan again. So I think they kind of discontinued the Constance Elan, and now they decided to do it again. It's that east-west shape, which is totally back in fashion, so it makes sense that they're bringing it back. I've also seen the Della Cavalera, they've kind of reintroduced in an Elan, so east-west shape as well. And same with the Kelly Elan. This was a bag that They reintroduced this year as well. We saw on the Runway one in this beautiful Bordeaux red color, shiny box cuff with a bit of chain on the strap, which looks incredible. And on this particular Hermes runway, there was a lot of red bags, similar to the Gucci runway. So I think red is definitely back in fashion, which I'm loving because I actually love red bags. So there was a bit of a time period where red was seen as like not cool anymore. I don't know why, and a lot of red bags on the pre-love market were not fetching as good a price. Yeah, interesting. Although I feel like red for Chanel and Hermes is very classic, particularly Chanel, because you know, Coco Chanel was very fond of red herself. She always wear red lipstick, and yeah, it was just one of those classic colors that if you're wearing something very simple, you can just wear a red bag and it can kind of elevate it a little bit. And in this Hermes runway show, they had a lot of monochromatic looks, just like full red with a red bag, and it looked very effective. Anyways, I'm blabbing on too much now. Next bag we're going to talk about is the Arcon bag. Now, this bag is, again, kind of feeding into the trends with the crescent moon shaped bags and the hobo bags. The Arcon, I don't know exactly if it's inspired from a vintage bag. I think I heard that it's inspired from the Gayo bag, an older bag, which is like a similar hobo style, but this one has like a little clippy thing on it and like a pocket, and I think on the runway I saw some of the models put their hand in the pocket. I don't know if it's going to be the most popular style, but it comes in a Barenia leather and what looks like another heritage leather, like some sort of box cuff, and I think particularly in the mini size it's actually quite cute. I have no idea what you would dangle on the little clip thing, maybe like a Apple AirTag, I have no idea, your keys, but it looks cool, right? Kind of adds something more interesting to the bag. Then there's also this other bag, guys, called the Panier d'Et and the Pochette d'Ete. And I have no idea how to pronounce that, guys, but to me this looks like a sun hat turned upside down. So these are like some straw bags with some box cuff, and they definitely worked with this whole collection because on the runway show there were a lot of like straw, grass, and like it looked like a farm or something, like a countryside. So wicker bags and like baskets kind of feed into that whole aesthetic, I suppose. It's not my favorite bag, and I did a little bit more research, and I feel like it's probably based on another Hermes bag called the Panier de Plage, which is a fabric style bag, which actually is pretty affordable for Hermes. So it's a similar shape to that, and they've kind of redone it in a wicker, which is, it kind of looks a bit more interesting for sure, a lot more interesting than the fabric ones. And I know that wicker anything or basket anything at Hermes is very expensive, so there's probably a lot of work put into it. The pochette version, it is quite cute. It looks like Madeline's hat a little bit, but it's not my favorite. Like, I don't know if I would buy it. But finally, guys, we got to talk about this mini Kelly. So this is stunning. It looks like it's in probably a box cuff of some sort. I don't know whether it's a particular box cuff, but it has this gorgeous leather marquetry on the front. This is not a printed horse on the front. It's actually got some wood inlaid into the leather, which is pretty cool. I mean, if you zoom up close, there's a lot of detail put into this bag, and it kind of shows the you know, the care and accuracy and attention to detail that Hermes has. And on the saddle here it says 24, so I think it's referencing their flagship store, which is 24 Cent Honoré or something like that anyways. And the horse, you know, very Hermes, it's a rocking horse. I would love it if they did more of these mini Kelly bags with like this wood inlay. I think it would have been gorgeous if they did like a floral print or a cat or something, but the horse, yeah, I mean, it's still pretty cool, and you've got to admire the craftsmanship in this. Obviously this would be a true collector's piece because 1, it's a mini Kelly, and 2, it's limited edition, and 3, it's probably, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. But anyways, thanks for watching my video today, guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!